It is the third year of the pandemic. Though we are done with the COVID is not done with us. In a grim warning, Tedros Ghebreyesus, the Director General of the World Health Organization, warned last month that the Omicron and Delta variants were spreading at an alarming pace.
I'm highly concerned that Omicron, being more transmissible, circulating at the same time as Delta, is leading to a tsunami of cases.
Adding further strength to his claims are the truckloads of cases being reported in the world's most wealthy nation. The United States reported a record 1 million new coronavirus cases on Monday, according to data from Johns Hopkins University. It is the highest single-day total reported from any country during the pandemic, as the highly transmissible Omicron variant continued to sweep the U.S. On the same day, more than 1,600 coronavirus deaths were reported, with the average number of daily hospitalizations at 93,281, up 35% over the previous 2 weeks. And here's where the plot grows murkier. The U.S. CDC last week decided to cut the recommended coronavirus isolation period. It says infected individuals who are asymptomatic or whose symptoms are resolving only need to isolate for 5 days instead of the previously recommended 10 days. It is reported that the federal government was facing pressure from businesses, which blamed the isolation and quarantine guidelines for staff shortages. Does any of this make any sense at all? Relaxing quarantine rules to solve staff shortage is akin to putting out a fire with oil. Meanwhile, there is growing criticism in the U.S., including from experts such as Dr. Anthony Fauci, that the Biden administration has failed to distribute enough COVID tests, despite the fact they were into the third year of the pandemic. Today marks 1 year after the Capitol riots. A recent NPR IPSOS poll indicates that 64% Americans agree that American democracy is in crisis and at risk of failing. What's more, 70% of Americans feel the same about America itself. One of the failures is evident in its response to the pandemic. The U.S. has been criticizing China's zero-COVID strategy, but its own policies have led to the deaths of 830,000 people. The working class and minorities have been disproportionately affected. And that came at a time when billionaires in the U.S. swelled their wealth by some $5.5 trillion in 2021. So which country cares more about the human rights of the ordinary people? I think the facts are self-explanatory.